Hi, I'm Taj Carson, founder and CEO of Insider. And what I'd like to talk to you about today is free, things that are free, and why we think things should be free, and things that aren't really free. So, we're all attracted to free stuff: free lunch, free as a bird, free for all, free throw. Okay, that one can be a little stressful. We especially love free stuff in the nonprofit sector because we're working with limited resources and we're trying to do more with what we have. But sometimes free is not so free. Facebook's free, right? Google's free, but is it? We trade our personal information with Facebook and Google in exchange for services. And they can be great services. Google Maps in particular, I would never get anywhere without them because I'm directionally impaired. But we've almost begun to expect that we get something for nothing, right? And when it becomes clear that we're exchanging our personal information for the services we get on Facebook and Google, we get really upset by it. So thanks to services like this, we've also gotten used to having free data systems. So I can't tell you how many times that we are asked for recommendations for free data systems. And after working with nonprofits for 20 years, I have a great respect with what they can do with resources that are very limited to stretch a dollar and to do whatever they can with whatever they have. I've also become painfully aware that often a data system, when it's free, is free like a puppy. So while you may be able to get the software or some limited version of it for nothing, it can often be accompanied by an infinite number of hidden costs that you haven't considered. And once your data is in that system, you're kind of attached to it like a puppy that you rescued, even after it digs up your neighbor's prized roses. So even though you think something is free, you need to consider all the costs that go along with it and make sure that you get the right fit and that you don't have any costly surprises. So full disclosure, we build data systems, licensed data systems, but we also help people use free tools like Excel, Airtable, and Google Apps. So we've seen it all, and our job is always to find the best fit for the nonprofit that we're working with. So what happens when you don't get the best fit? Well, you often have a free tool or a low-cost tool, and then you have to hire staff to manage it. So I've seen everything from half of a person's time to 2 full-time staff people, and all that time is spent just managing a data system or trying to get reports out of it. This can be really overwhelming and frustrating for the staff person who may be an accidental data analyst, but there's a cost to it, and you have to consider that. The other thing I often see is people hiring consultants either to help them get onto the system, get it set up properly, get things out of the system. And again, this is something that can be a good fit, but not if it's a surprise, right? You don't want to have these unexpected expenses. And also you don't want to be scrambling at the last minute to try to find somebody to help you use this system that you thought would be free. The other thing is you often just end up with a system that doesn't really meet your needs if you're not careful. You end up with siloed data, you can't get the reports that you need. Maybe you've invested tons of time and a small licensing fee or nothing at all, but you still can't get what you need, which makes it not that valuable. So when you get it right, though, your costs are predictable, people aren't stressed and overwhelmed, and you get what you need out of the system. That doesn't mean you have to spend a ton of money to get your forever data system, but you also don't want to rescue a puppy from the shelter only to find out it needs a $10,000 operation, and that's what I want to help you avoid. So how do you do this? You really want to make sure you understand your needs, what's important to you, and understanding your data and where it hangs out. So to do this, you want to answer 3 questions. The first question is, what does this actually cost me annually? Thinking about everything, monthly and yearly fees, if there are any, customer service fees, if there are any, and if not, what is the staff time? Do you need consultants to help you out with it? And what are you paying those staff? If you need to hire a full-time data analyst, your system's not free. Could be a great fit, but just make sure you keep that in mind. Second, what data do I need to bring together and how important is it? So really thinking about where your data lives, what you need to get from it, and what kind of things you need to bring together. Do you have 3 donor databases, one for planned giving, one for digital marketing, one for annual fund, and you need to integrate those? Or you run an after-school program and you have a spreadsheet for program attendance and another one with standardized test scores from the school. Where is it and how do you need to bring it together? Finally, you want to think about reporting. What are my reporting needs? The biggest time suck we see is trying to get reports out of all kinds of systems, including the free ones. So know what reports you need, where the data come from, this is where the second question is handy, and be very clear about exactly what it'll take for someone, probably your staff, to get that data out the way you need it. So if you'd like to know more, then come to my 20-minute talk where I'll talk more about the 3 things that you need to do to answer those 3 questions. I'll get a little more into that. And best of all, if you come to the 20-minute talk, I've got some free things for you. So we're going to offer some things to conference attendees to kind of help them answer these questions and get sorted. Hopefully I'll see you there.